And we're back. Just having some snackies. Here it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Yeah, this is a bit nicer than Tertium. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Ilsebard contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open heart and open mind that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsebard contingent. The enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much, our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life, what remains of it at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. You recognize the large casks as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. The furnishings are quite lavish. I am reminded of Troya. Yeah. This is... This is typical Garlemald stuff, but these like wooden desks and stuff... Interesting. Marcus. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? Much the same as me, then. They accept that contingence helps out of necessity, and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. What's going on? Came running when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? Oh, no, I was just trying to explain. Ah. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons, which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route, but you heard him. They refused to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains, we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken. And unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement, of course. Well, do I understand the understand the difficulty of your position? As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Guardian community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all to stand gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Rajsatan and the people of Garlemald. Ooh, interesting. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Idzabird contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. 'Tis no surprise, then, that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further, or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement. One that would restore them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Rajsatan abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Radsatan's culture will be enriched by your magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interest of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Rad Satan were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lord Neus and Metius. By all means, go with them. I have matters to tend here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operation, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by right, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Rad Satan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreements presents a rare opportunity. 'Tis true that we do not want for Magitech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor, were a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant. Like you, I weep for what we have lost. But if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense, utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Neus, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes. When the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. This guy's fucked up. Lord Metius, wait. It isn't safe out there. bonds of trust. It is far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Metius. Let us leave the matters here in Maxima's care, while the rest of us join the search. If Lord Metius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanisma. I pray that he has not come to any harm. I'm alive? Yes, you are.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless. And I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Aye. So long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the younger. It ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
All good, bro.
Ulyss, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here. So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns.
That's not true. Her enclave had trust.
During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village.
Ooh.
They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates.
Golbus and Rubicante, I'm guessing.
When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search for means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst. Some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them, too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately, I was undone. Overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mine. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Was not expecting that one. Thank you. I feel at last as though I've found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Julius. Right then, I expect the others have already arrived back in Tertium. We should join them. Full glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum? I trust you find the terms acceptable? I do, and nice. I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiation solely upon your shoulders in my absence. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people of Tapperston, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another Voidsent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. Have to say I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. Ahem, my friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Rad Satan. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Rad Satan will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed among the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Rad Satan holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope through this agreement our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars, that you might convey them to those elsewhere. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others. That validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. Tis by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given by the Aether Tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await Ystola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alfino. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends. Good friends, eh? And coming from her, you know she's just not saying it to be nice. Both Radsaton and Garlemald stand to benefit greatly from this agreement. It may well mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. I am not wrong to call them that, am I? Friends. No, you're not. You're my best friend, Zero. Lunar Rendezvous.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand. Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may. Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Ashdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
I can carry her.
You would have me go in my true form.
Mm-hmm. We would.
Very well. Like our sire, we great worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzat-Han, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find the Ashdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping.
Oh, hell yeah.
Will you do this for me?
Hell yeah. Down into the pocket we go.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
Go well. This is gonna be interesting to see what Zero has to say. Oh yeah, she's been here before.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
There we are. Pog.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on void sense summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied. The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, We shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
I gotcha.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it.
Yeah.
We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiac shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
The music is so good. Is Raya? Man, the Bohemian's coat is so good. I might need to buy it. Yet though. Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge sheets of Zodiarc's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling poisons. Yet though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on its account its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser poison to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loborit supporters may be suitable for this purpose. Uriange, Sev. The two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Livingway in the Bestaway burrows and provide any assistance they require. I will join you. As a Voidsent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to the reforging of the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray do the same. What are these things? There you are. Yustola has apprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, our unrivaled combat supporters. As a precautionary measure in case this Voidsent containment seal of hers provides lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can, and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there. All right, the Livingway.
dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
I believe I would make a better instructor.
True.
Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into Voidsent slaughterbots!
True. Do it.
Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrades' enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement, we just might be able to do it in 2.
This I leave to you.
Thanks to your encouragement, we'll have the supporters up and running again in no time. Frey, attend to your remaining busy work and leave the deployment of our new improved voids and slaughter bots to us.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands. Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
Yushola, was it? The brands are ready, I presume. Excellent. With the Loprits having deployed their supporters, we are ready to proceed. Let us rejoin Yushola post-haste and prise open our gate unto the void. My thanks for seeing to the supporters. With this, all is in readiness for the ritual. First, I shall give the order to Alphino and Alice in the Tower of Babel to channel Aether to the moon. Once we have amassed a sufficient amount of energy, Urianger and I shall begin our incantations to open a void gate. If all goes well, a tear will form in the fabric of reality, at which point you must activate the brands and put in place the containment seal. That is all. If there are no questions, then let us begin. Let's go.
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated. But give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
Off we go.
The moment of truth.
Zoom.
By the sisters!
Urianger, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate. tear is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands. Success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this. So this is the promised land? The land of boundless ether?
Bon.
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
Yep. Works pretty well. Dragon! What up, bro?
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Ishtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel.
Mm-hmm.
The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source, one responsible for such an outcome.
I am. 'Tis my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them. Hydaelyn, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity, reigns in the void. Hydaelyn's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts, we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, In the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's clap some ass.
I shall take us to the gate.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
Unto the void once more.
Maybe we should have checked if... Oh, it was fine. Good. I was a bit scared that Zero might not be able to go through.
This is the moon of the 13th.
That's a fucking cool picture, holy shit.
It is. Ever since the flood, it has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
No void scent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
But unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Uh-huh.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the moon from above. The ground I leave to you all.
The surface of the mood is a grim shade of crimson, a consequence of the flood of darkness, perhaps. No sign of a watcher or any loporits. Perhaps they were swallowed up in the flood of darkness, or perhaps they never existed here. No matter how you strain your eyes, you spy no sign of life in all directions. Extend a desolate waste without end. There's 0. Oh, I know this place. Hold your breath in an attempt to catch the faintest noise, save to the sounds of your comrades. There is nothing. Perhaps Zero has noticed something you missed. I mean, I was here as well. I am aware of this thing.
The chasm has caught your attention as well. There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
I too sense something here. This pit much resembles the cradle of darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the Source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered. But it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
I hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Astaya is here, within this chasm.
no way. I get to be here? It's so cool. Astaya!
Drown King.
Sister.
Kol na in Ötaan.
You were entrusted with Ajdaya's eye, were you not?
Ku-an. O Waghom Urta.
Wherefore art thou here?
Li Tao
Oh, thank goodness.
An King sees.
'Tis thee, dear sister, truly thee.
Is home in Fes.
How long have I dreamed of this moment?
Wan ik has in
Would that I could have found thee sooner, but I am here now. Let us return home together.
Seth es Lis.
The thought filleth me with joy, but I fear I cannot be. Not even with a dragon's might can these chains be broken. For they are forged of the very will of the man named Golbez.
So this is indeed Golbez's domain.
Thou keepest company with mortals. I do. They are my stalwart allies, without whom I could not have come this far. Is that so? Then much time has passed indeed. It doth feel like only yesterday than when we were fighting the Voids and Hordes the men of Alag had unleashed on Mericidia. Desperate to save Tiamat, I flew into this lightless world to strike at the heart of the Cloud of Darkness's forces. But the Void sent I slew returned again and again, and before I knew it, the rift betwixt worlds had closed. I was stranded, bereft of strength. Thou didst save the lives of full many, sister. Today we abide in harmony with men, working side by side, forging enduring bonds. Indeed, in the course of searching for thee, I did cross paths with many a noble mortal, with whom I built a nation of rich diversity. To thee I would show it, my beautiful Radzatan. I shall not rest until thou art free. When Golbez found me collapsed, the darkness ravaging my wounds, he spoke and said, "'Tis but a matter of time before you turn, but I have the power to stop it." And he did, for a price. I would remain myself, but bound. An everlasting feast for his minions, who supped upon my ether over thousands of years.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
If such is thine attempt of encouragement, mortal, then thou art as graceless as Nidhogg. 'Twas Golbez who did weave this spell, and so his defeat should serve to unravel it. Would it suffice as a show of spirit were I to reveal what I know of the villain?
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
Mayhap in order to sustain the magic, he cannot travel far from this place. He doth prefer to send minions to carry out his will, but on occasion will himself ascend to the moon's surface. And every time, without fail, he will visit the same location to the south. Something of import lieth there, doubt not.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
Hell yeah. Let's go kick his fucking ass. I'm so fucking excited. Ah! Abyssal Dark. Zero would begin the hunt for Golbez. The others have already begun searching for clues. Let us do the same. I'll take charge of this area. You should see to the south. Here's something. A glint beneath the rock catches your eye.
Did you find something?
Huh.
A memoria. But whose?
Well, about to find out. Probably Golbez. Or? No. No, his friend. Probably. Yeah, his friend.
You have lied, pillaged, and murdered. Have you anything to say in your defense?
No. Every one of them got what they deserved. Trusting fools. Like you would-be heroes. Aye. You do well to keep a close eye on each other. It always ends the same way. A knife in the back. And better to have the handle towards your hand. You'll see!
Oh, yes. You will.
In death, may your soul find salvation.
I can't bring myself to pray for the unrepentant. You're a nobler man than I.
Come now, we are all shaped by these dark times, more than we should care to admit. I chose to believe that, had these men known peace and plenty, they would have not been consumed by mistrust and avarice.
Victims of the Contra Memoria, then. Like so many others. But we will end it.
Thank you. I shudder to imagine what might have happened if you hadn't dealt with the Dark Ones.
No, it's Zero.
Oh, her? She's like you, I hear. Hunts Memoriates taken by darkness.
Well, well. A kindred spirit. Perhaps we will finally have a new comrade.
No. I've no interest in working with others. Much less someone who looks as suspicious as you.
Is that so?
If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way.
Even when we share the same goal, we can't overcome the mistrust. Such is the way of things, the wisdom of our era.
I have a cooking. Only a precious few Memoriates remain who cling to the light. Would that we could have won her over. I have a cooking.
We'll make do, old friend. We have accomplished much already, and another person may well have been more of a hindrance than help.
I have a little bit of a cook. I think maybe Durante and Goldbess, or whatever. I actually think Durante is Goldbess at this point, but I think these two are the ones that save Zero when she fell. I have a feeling that they wouldn't like abandon her. I think they would like try to keep an eye on her, maybe? It's a little cook.
Now then, our work here is finished. His Majesty has summoned us, so let us not delay. To Baron.
Or maybe no. I have a feeling. Still.
Had another vision of the past, did you? What? I was in it. It's them. The pair I met in that village. Which means the one sealed in this Memoria is...
Yup. Sup, bro?
So, you have come. You, who would oppose our crusade.
Tranquilo.
You. I know you.
Is that so? From the world before, I dare say. 'Tis impressive enough that you have managed to retain your mortal form, but to remember your past besides. But that is of no moment. You are the Memoriat who vanquished my minions, correct?
And what if I am?
Then I would bid you join me. As a child of our world and slave to the wheel, fight with me for the salvation of all our souls.
Fight with you? More like fight as your pawn. It isn't me you want, but my power. And if I don't obey, you'll bind me like you bound that dragon. But no more. I refuse to be bound ever again. I fight only for myself, and for those in whom I trust. My friends.
I see. A pity. It is for the dragon that you have come, yes? When first you appeared, I thought simply to remove a threat to our plan. Never did I imagine that you would reach this place and gift me a golden opportunity.
Speak plainly, jailer. Oh shit, it's the jailer again. No! Help!
Long as it has been imprisoned, this dragon has grown feeble and weak, its spirit extinguished. Your coming has served to rekindle her forgotten hope. Her yearning to be free, to return home. That is the key to our deliverance.
No, 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 no. This bad. This is very bad.
The darkness is ravaging her. She's becoming a void scent.
Archer! Smash!
Rise, O Shadow Dragon, and obey!
Oh my god.
Kill him.
Oh, whoa.
Damn you!
Keep our guests occupied.
Ow. Redraw. Fuck's sakes.
Save her. I beg thee. Save my sister.
I'm gonna beat your fucking ass.
Before darkness swallowed the world, I fought tirelessly in a war without end. The experience taught me to discern the strong, that dragon, and you.
Oh, what the fuck? Hello? What the fuck? Hello? No fucking way.
Come, face me.
Rest assured, I need no invitation. Hell yeah. We call. Use the invocation.
Accursed light. You, who have ever basked in its warmth, could never understand our envy, our agony. You will not deny us our release.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited. Help. Oh, that sword is so fucking cool. Oh my god.
Expect no mercy. To destroy you, I shall bring my all to bear. Come, warriors from beyond the rift. If you would oppose our crusade, then come. But know that none shall deny us salvation. This place shall be your tomb. I will free us from the wheel. Where my rime-kissed blades. I suffer no obstacles. No matter the foe, I will stay the course. Let lightning surge! Such is your power. Come forth, my servant of shadow! With abyssal dark and hero's blade, I bring my people liberation!
Yo, what the fuck?
You shall know true terror! Dragon, hear me and obey! Crush them! Bathe them in black flame! My meteors will extinguish your light! A raging gale to rend you asunder! Look to the heavens for your doom! You wretch! Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge! A raging gale to rend you asunder! Be gone! Dragon, hear me and obey. Look to the heavens for your doom! Wear my Rhine-kissed blades! This place shall be your tomb! Crush them! Render unto me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light! If you would oppose our crusade, then come. But know that none shall deny us salvation. This place shall be your tomb. I will free us from the wheel. Wear my Rhine-kissed blades! I will suffer no obstacles! No matter the foe, I will stay the course. Let lightning surge! Such is your power. Come forth, my servant of shadow! With abyssal dark and hero's blade, I bring my people liberation! You shall know true terror! Dragon, hear me and obey! Crush them! Bathe them in black flame! My meteors will extinguish your light! A raging gale to rend you asunder. Look to the heavens for your doom! You wretch! Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge! A raging gale to rend you asunder! Be gone! Dragon!
The other tank in this is so toxic and he's so bad.
Look to the heavens for your doom!
He got mad because I stayed alive for like 5 seconds after everyone else died. And he told me to eat a dick because I was wasting his time.
This place shall be your tomb! Crush them! Render unto me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light! Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge! My power.
I'm very excited about this. Ashtaya, no. Do not die, please. Oh?
Even my blade. So, this is the limit of my defiance.
Are you all right?
Good.
What's happening? At last, the moment is at hand. You may have bested me, but not quickly enough. Too late will you look to the chasm. You've won the battle, but I win the war.
Stop this. I beg of thee, let her go.
Darkness made manifest once abided in the depths of this abyss, until one day it dispersed in a haze of ether. In the absence of the great flow, that ether has nowhere to return. And so it has coalesced, giving rise to a mighty void scent. Now feast. Feast upon this dragon and its ardent longing for home with it.
Oh, this is not good.
From the convergence of ancient and newborn, an entity without equal shall emerge, one who shall tear down the barrier between worlds. Upon you, who shall deliver us from eternal damnation, I bestow the name of a hero of Eld. Zeromus! Awaken!
No matter how powerful, a void scent can be sealed in Memoria.
Uh-oh. This is bad. Nope. Get back! Zero. Please. No. Did she drop?
Damn it. It's too strong.
Our warding scales may not hold. Not against a void scent born of Zodiac's ether.
We must retreat. Everyone to me. Or Ankin, Fest na in an.
in light of this development, that we escaped with our lives is an accomplishment unto itself. Would that we could have anticipated Astaya's journey to return home could be manipulated in this fashion. Alas, we must now contend with a newborn Voidsent hell-bent on breaching the rift. And one such prodigious strength, Cyramus, is unlike anything I have ever seen. So named for an ancient hero, as Galbeth said, though none can say if there is even a sliver of truth to the legends. Perhaps Golbus chose it in hopes that his champion will do that which no one could in the Contra Memoria, save the world. But a true hero would not damn another world to save his own. And we're not about to let that happen, but regardless, we need to regroup. Loath though I am to admit it, we are in no state to face a Voidsent of Cyramus's might. Vritra not least of all. For now, let us return to Radzatan and take stock of the situation. Very well. Sev, might I trouble you to head to Bestaway Burrows and appraise Uriange of the situation? The rest of us shall tend to Vritra's wounds before returning to Radzatan. Pray join us there anon. Gotcha. Ah, Sev, thou art returned. I am pleased to say it hath been blessedly uneventful in your absence. But more importantly, what of your mission in the Void? Well, it all fucking went to shit. Heavens forfend that Asjaya should be used to birth a dread Voidsent born of Zodiar's residual ether. Although we could have not predicted this outcome, there is one small mercy. The Voidsent containment seal. As we employed the self-same brands that once imprisoned Zodiark in its creation, the seal should serve to hinder Cyramus. Yet for how long none can say, for our enemy's strength is unknowable, whilst the barrier was erected in haste. Thou shalt rejoin our comrades anon to deliberate measures, yes? Then I shall remain here to maintain my vigil over the seal. Should we observe signs of an impending incursion, rest assured I shall send word without delay. Go well, my friend. Teleport. Ah, Master Sev, we have been expecting you. When the satrap and your comrades returned earlier, I couldn't help but notice they were low in spirits. I hope it's nothing too serious. But forgive me, you must be eager to join them, if you would follow me.
Do you remember Ciriato and Farfarello? The cowardly pair of Voidsent that dwelled in my domain? Ciriato devoured Farfarello, and in so doing he inherited an all-consuming fear of Barbariccia. For as you know, when a Voidsent is devoured, it doesn't simply cease to be. Its soul persists within the devourer. And when a Voidsent dies, all the souls that harbored may break free to become individual entities once more. That is to say, by defeating Zeromus, we may yet save Azdaja. And to make certain that we do, we must remind her of who she is. When the time comes, you must call to her. Call with all your being.
Thy words give me heart, Zero. Thou hast my gratitude.
Then it's settled. Our objective is to defeat Zeromus. While it is unsettling that a Voidsent could be born of Zodiark's ether, its very nature may render it susceptible to the brands that once contained him. Did Urianger have aught to say? I see. If the seal may not hold for long, then haste is paramount.
Couldn't we just let it come to the source and strike it down here?
Doing so would consign Azdaja's soul to the ethereal sea. Any attempt to ensure her survival demands that we deal with Zeromus in the 13th.
I could barely go near it. Never mind land a blow. So thick was the shroud of darkness. How do you propose we fight such a foe?
Simple. Against impenetrable darkness, we must wield resplendent light. And it just so happens, there is a world replete with light. The question of how we will harness that light, you may leave to me. With our recent discoveries and proven techniques, as well as the aid of comrades near and far, I have faith that we will find a way. But only if I begin my work at once. Rest up while you can, for there will be much to do when I return.
It wouldn't do to be idle while our esteemed sorceress labors tirelessly. I shall be training if you have need of me.
Wait. Allow me to join you. I must become stronger for what lies ahead.
Hell yeah.
Fine by me. Come on then.
I shall not pass my time wallowing in despair. Using my vessel, I shall attend what preparations I may.
Meanwhile, on the moon of the 13th...
Zeromus is risen, but not yet at full strength. It will take time before the fiend is able to breach the veil. But what is another moment on this long journey I have endured? It remains as fresh as if it were yesterday. Old friend, the memory of your passing and the pain.
I knew it.
As I promised you then, I promise you now. They shall sing of Golbez, the hero who shattered the wheel and brought salvation to the world.
From light's embrace to shadows deep, a world to save, an oath to keep. Well, I guess we wait for the next patch then. Very exciting. That was very, very good. I did enjoy that a lot. Interesting that they have a Ceremus as well. Very exciting indeed. And it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with the first as well. How they tie that together. It's gonna be very cool. Very, very excited. But that will be it for this time. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out. And I'll see you next time. Bye!